Good evening. My name is Matthew Michalizysen. My uncle, who once fought in the army, said, "If I have the right to defend my country at the age of 18, I should be allowed to sip a beer." I think that lowering the drinking age to 18 is an important topic because as an 18-year-old, we are known as a legal adult and can make our own decisions. I'd like to take this time to show you a pie chart of what people think the drinking age should be. I'd like you to pay attention to the orange slice because that represents how many people think that age 18 should be the legal drinking age, and I'd like you to pay attention to the lime green piece because that says that it should stay at 21. I'm credible to speak on this topic because I am currently 21 years old, so I have the experience of being 18 and know that 18-year-olds are responsible enough to consume alcohol. Lowering the drinking age to 18 means that someone who is 18 years old or older can walk into a store or restaurant, ask for alcohol, show their ID, and be able to purchase and consume that alcohol. I think it is important for the drinking age to be lowered to 18 because at 18 you are considered a legal adult. You can make your own decisions, serve on a jury, get married, buy cigarettes, and you can get drafted into the army and have the opportunity to carry an armed weapon, which shows you are responsible enough to consume alcohol. I feel as though this topic is important for students to learn that we are trusted as 18 years old to have the right to vote, defend our country, make our own decisions, so we should be trusted to have the ability to decide whether or not we should consume alcohol. At the age of 18, you are considered a legal adult. We have the ability to move out of our parents' house and move into our own and live alone since they're no longer our guardians. We can make our own decisions, and one should be if we want to consume alcohol or not. People drink illegally at the age of 18 anyways because they want to have the thrill of doing something illegal or the thrill of breaking the law. But once we're allowed to drink at 18 legally, people will not drink for that thrill of doing something illegal, so it'll be in some ways a little bit safer. When you turn 18, you could get drafted to defend your country. It was noted that in 2004, a 20-year-old man from Vermont was killed in Iraq. Before he was sent to serve in the military, he was never able to go in the bar and have that goodbye drink before he left. And a lawmaker in Vermont thinks that it's wrong and that the drinking age should be lowered to the age of 18. We are responsible enough to hold an armed weapon, which is far more dangerous than drinking. If we are trusted to be able to hold a weapon and defend our country, we should be trusted to consume alcohol. At the age of 18, you are able to make your own decisions that could change your life and someone else's life. When you're 18 years old, you're allowed to legally get married and start your life with someone else. You also have the right to serve on a jury. You are able to make decisions and help the jury decide on punishments for certain court cases. You're able to take part in voting, which is a worldwide event, and that can affect America in so many ways. Lowering the drinking age will help 18-year-olds take part in celebrations of adulthood and learn how to grow up faster. Some of these ways are that they will be allowed to drink before they get called to serve our country. When they get married, they will have the right to toast and cheers to their new life with somebody else. They will be able to have housewarming parties if they decide to move out and live on their own, which can involve drinking. They will learn the serious effects of alcohol. They won't go out to drink just so they could break the law. And you could always call your parents, siblings, friends, or anyone to be a designated driver since you are legally allowed to drink, which I think is a big one because some 18-year-olds who go out to drink illegally just try to drive home on their own because they don't want to call somebody to be their designated driver in fear of getting in trouble, which puts not only themselves but many other people at risk of death. Will drinking really have an effect on the men and women who turn 18? The Health and Research Funding has talked that there are fewer drunk driving accidents in other countries where the age of drinking is lower than 21 years old. Lowering the drinking age is workable and practical because you're asked to fight for your country and you're known as responsible enough to hold and use armed weapons. You should be trusted enough to consume alcohol. As an 18-year-old, typically you can make decisions on your own, and one of those should be if you have the right to drink alcohol. If you disagree and think that 18-year-olds should not consume alcohol, then you should ask yourself, why should they be considered a legal adult? Why should they be able to participate in presidential elections? Why should they be able to get married? And why they should serve on a jury and fight for our country? Lowering the drinking age is one way we can show 18-year-olds that they are really an adult. 18-year-olds really need to understand the importance and the responsibilities of alcohol, and is another way to prove to them that they are a legal adult. I shared with you today I shared with you this information today because I wanted to inform you on the major points as to why we should lower the drinking age. I believe that you as my audience should consider lowering the age to 18 as well. I have decided to share with you 18-year-olds are considered legal adults and should be able to purchase and consume alcohol legally, responsibly, and personally. Legally because they are considered adults and have the right to vote. Responsibly because they have the right to live alone, get married, and make their own decisions. And personally because they have the right to make personal decisions such as get married, and they can serve for and defend our country. Ruth Streeter once said that when the drinking age was raised to 21 in the mid-1980s, the goal was to reduce highway fatalities, but that hasn't stopped. But everyone knows that the 21 age limit hasn't stopped minors from drinking, and now some experts believe that it is contributing to an increase in extreme drinking, which is why it's believed that the drinking age should be lowered back to 18 years old. I hope that you all begin to consider that the drinking age should be lowered. Overall, when you're 18, you learn right from wrong, and since you are considered a legal adult. With 18-year-olds having the right to change their life, they should have the right to consume alcohol. It is fair enough for adults to choose when they can drink, and we could always see lower rates of drunk driving since more people will be allowed to drink. Thank you for listening to my speech on lowering the drinking age for all adults 18 years old or older.